Check, check. Okay, you guys can hear me now. I'm going back quiet. I think he's... So see how the music adds a little bit to it? So, you know, we've gotten there. Again, remember, there was no sound before us. So we put all the sound in. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to like the output. But we just got off the phone with the producer. He wants a couple more things in there that they had come up with overnight that are actually kind of vital. The voice of the monster, meaning he's actually saying dialogue. So we gotta put that in there. And then after that, yes, we'll do, can you work on the neck crackle and the Dota sound effects? They would be sweet. Maybe keep the neck crackle and the Lifestealer reveal in the same sequence. Okay, so Lifestealer reveal and the neck crack in the same sequence. So we're still working in the same sequence, but we want to make a new sequence when we do this Dota sound effect. You do have to check the ADR. Starting early today, it's 2 p.m. my time, because I'm covering like 8 to 10 hours a day. That way you guys could hop in and see everything that's going on, because I know some people were into it. Let's fucking do it. We are a total of 54 hours into this project starting now, but we've been streaming over the last 5 days, accumulated a total of 54 hours, 6 days, 54 hours. Not bad. We average out around 9.8 hours a day. Let's get those numbers up. We are editing Lifestealer. It is a 90-second short form piece of content. It's a narrative piece. It's not corporate. It's not marketing an ad or anything like that right now. Budget for this was right under 20K. The producer pulled me in because he needed this sound designed in 5 to 6 days. He said, dude, I need this whole piece sound designed in 5 to 6 days. So over those 5 to 6 days, we spent a total of 54 hours, not including today, busting this shit out. So we're 54 hours in 6 days, and this entire timeline is all us, from creative to application. We've had a couple meetings with the producer director. They might join in today. We don't know. They're having some hard times with VFX, so that's what they're working on right now. But, you know, when you do your job, if you can do more, they always... you know, they would love that. So we're doing more. That's where we're at. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to download that. That's okay. He sent that 13 hours ago. Okay, so he sent it at midnight last night. So let's just download the linked file. Brenton Bender, which is the director. Here are a few options you could take a look at to put the flame cue you currently have at the start of the guard's entrance into the cell. Thanks. All right, thank you, Brenton. Let's, I guess we got to download them one by one. So we have all our fire. What else do we have? So that was the handful of sound effects options. Flame close. Yeah, so we're just gonna make sure these PE28. Yep. So now let's go to Michael. Here we go. This is straight from the producer. To recap the last couple of things on my end for sound, he said this 2 a.m. Overall leveling would be sweet once we have a sound lock. We don't have a sound lock, so we're not focused on that yet. Lowering those neck cracks, okay, bit during Lifestealer's reveal, awesome. Then for Lifestealer, we have a laughter options from the previous email I sent. There are a handful of good options in there. Brenton would prefer to place the laugh during Sean's reaction to Ian exploding. This is the part he's talking about. He's talking about right here. We want to hear Lifestealer, the monster, laugh during this part. I think he's... So like that's what he's thinking. Then we want to see if a line might work for Lifestealer right after he places his hands on the lantern. I think your life is mine would work, or your life is mine now, I take no prisoners, or how long I've waited. These are the lines he wants us to put in there. All be a good place to start. I would need to hear it in the mix to get a better idea of what sounds best. Out of context, I think how long I've waited might be our best bet. I think there are some Lifestealer laughs in there that might also work. So we have 2 laughs possibly. It might be too much laughter. Lastly, I'm going to still rest on the rage sound effect until I feel more confident, but maybe hearing you take a stab at it at the end would help push me to decide if that is our best course of action or not. Thank you again. So what that means is, Joey, do your best to make it work, and we trust your creative direction with the rage sound effect because it's important to the context of the game. Make something happen, and let's base our direction off of that, off of what you create. So that's kind of what he's asking for, and here's the sound design, which we just downloaded, right? We have everything. So let's get to work. We're going to do this really quick because today we are working on Shut Up and Cut material, educational material for the online Shut Up and Cut course that's coming out. So we really want to get this done quickly. Told Michael that today would be the last day I can put into this because I have a lot of work to do for Shut Up and Cut. We're going to try to bust this out with high quality. So we're doing speed and quality. We're getting it all done, getting it all in there so we can get working on Shut Up and Cut. So with that said, let's rock it. Coffee, you're going to see me caffeinated here in a minute. Let's start organizing those sound effects that we just downloaded. The way I have it organized, here's my project folder. Not as organized as we'd like, but that's okay. We're not really trying to super stay organized in here so much. We're organized enough to keep speed. So we're going to come in here to sound effects. We're going to come down here to Safari, and we are going to drag and drop some shit into here. So we're going to take these are drives. So as you can see, we've downloaded a couple sound effects from them already using this process, this workflow through Google Drive. Here are the sound effects. He sends me,
"You steal my life, I steal it back. How long I've waited.
Okay.
I take no prisoners. Your life is mine.
Okay.
I'm the master now."
These are fun. All right, so we've heard them all. We want to use what he told us in the email. Now let's organize these fire sound effects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. We are going to go Brenton fire. 9 sound effects. So let's listen to these. Ooh, that's a good one. Really fast, nice. Okay. Okay, we do have to review all the sounds. That's just part of our job assignment. We have to know what's in our arsenal. Okay, so and let's compare his notes to the time codes in Premiere, because we, as the sound designers, we have to take the creative direction and apply it to the timeline and see where it is in the timeline and what he needs. So we have to convert it to a time code. So let's do that right now. Let's take the direction he gave us. Let's do the fire first, because that's like, we should have been done with fire by now, but he sent it to us. Do you think you'll add any effects to those sound effects? Yes, we probably will. We'll probably verb them out, probably do a high pass, or excuse me, a low pass, also known as a high cut, meaning we're going to cut out the higher frequencies of those because we don't want them prominent. We just want them to support the action. So we're probably going to use a high cut to support the action that's going on. Yes, we will probably add effects like reverb or low pass or what we have in Premiere. Okay, overall leveling. So he just wants an overall level, lowering those neck cracks during Lifestealer's reveal. Okay, let's do that right now. Lifestealer's reveal is right here. I lowered him a little bit already. Check him out. Okay, so we lowered him a bit. We lose. I don't like that first crunch now that I'm back in it. We're going to take out that first crunch. Looks like we have a bigger crunch somewhere, and they're not together, so poor organization on me. This is the sound effect that's a little too much. I like that second piece right here. I think we're going to take that out. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, we took the crunches down, but we lose that intensity of the monster, of the clickingness or whatever, the bone crunchiness. So we're going to add a finger snap in here. I know exactly what it is because I've been working on this project for the last 60 fucking hours. See, that one's very intense right here. This is the one I want. Very intense. I think it's going to give us that, what I'm looking for. Let's see. And the more you work in a project, the more you can kind of just pull shit out of your ass like this. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. So let me time it out a little more. Yeah, so we have that first crunch. Now we want a second crunch. And then we're going to take this second crunch. What's this one? Too much. I like that one. We'll take one crunch, and then we'll move this crunch over. I think these tracks are already verbed out, so we might not have to. Let's double check our 76. Make sure we are verbed out on 76. And we are not verbed out on 76, so we'll have to create a new verb. I like that way better. That one's a little intense. That way we get rid of that crunchy type sound. I'm okay with that. So we took the cracking down. Okay, so first note done. Like I said, we got to bust through this and keep the quality. Lowering the neck cracks, did that. Okay, done with producer notes. We'll do this second half ADR later because we want to spend more time on that. The fire, let's jump into the fire email from our director. So we have to take two types of direction from the producer and the director. The producer, because he plays the game, he knows exactly what Dota is. He knows how the inner workings of it. So he's our kind of connection to the Dota community. Our director, because it's our fucking director, dude. You listen to your director. So he says, here are a few options you can take a look to put the flame cue you currently have at the start of the guard's entrance to the cell. Let's look at what we have for the fire. I don't think we have a lot. I think we have this rumbling noise. just because I didn't have anything in my library. I think he wants to change this specifically. We're working on the last 10%, 90 to 100% done, and this usually is the worst part. It usually takes the longest because this is when you start to second guess yourself and know you're getting close to the deadline, but we're not letting that shit stop us. We're going right into it. Let's throw in these sounds. So we got, we'll just cue them up in here. We don't need to cue them in there. I almost like both of these. I like both of these right here. We'll start mixing these together. Okay, so let's spend some time getting these in. I like how it fades into that. I'm actually okay with that. We do have it is a little different, but I think it works. No, we're not even dissolving into it, are we? So that right there, that might be where it goes. Let's see if we could kind of take this part. I like that. I like how it comes down into it. Okay, we'll mix these and we'll verb them out. We'll put some effects on because we do have to make them match the environment. They don't match the environment right now. They sound just like, oh, we just threw sound effects in. That's because we did. So now that I'm looking at it, what I want the flame transition, I want it to be the segue into his voice, meaning the flames lead us to him. So we have to represent that audibly with the sound. So that's what we're going to try to do. The sound does 90% of the job already. All we have to do is kind of make it intentional. Right, so we'll want to lead into the fire, right? Because we want to put the intention on the fire first and then lead the attention into our monster. I think that's a great way to segue into the next shot. So, for example... and boom, it brings the focus to him. So it's almost as like the flames are dying out into the cave. I think that's what we want to go for. That's the vibe. I think that'll give us the intention, and it'll simultaneously direct the focus. So it's just another, and all I'm saying is a tactic for keeping your attention, right? So let's actually make that sooner. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. I know I am going a little fast. Let's make this happen. Lowering that actually smoothed out that area. What that does is now it sets that up right here. Alright, we are spending a lot of time on this. We got to get going. So, I think we fixed that scene. I know it took us a little bit, but, you know, 1, we have to find the problem. 2, we have to solve it. Yes, that's so much better, so much smoother. Guys, we're hitting that 90. We went from 90% to like 92% just with that. So worth it. Okay, cool. So we got the flames done. Cool. So we did that and then some. So director done. Now let's move on to Michael for ADR. That is what's next. Let's just confirm the direction. Lifestealer line is going to be going in the current cut. Yes, meaning I will create a new sequence just for the rage sound. Question mark. Let's see. He just read it. You can do the line and the rage sound effect in a new sequence just to make it easy to reverse. Cool. So we're making a new sequence right now. We'll do leveling in the new sequence too. I'll make that decision right now. ADR, because we want to stay organized in here. It's going to speed up our process. Command C, Command V. We're copy and pasting. Duplicated it. Let's open it up. Okay, it opens up. Cool. SDF, sound design final. We'll call this special because there is something, because this is technically the final one right here. Right on. Okay, so he wants the ADR in here. I'm curious on how I want to do this. That's what we're doing. I think there are a handful of good options. Brenton would prefer to place the laugh during this part. So, that's right. This laugh is here.
I think he's...
Okay, so let's look at those VOs.
You steal my life. How long I've waited. Your life is mine now.
So he really likes your life is mine, your life is mine now. Then we wanted to see if it might work for Lifestealer right after he places his hand on the lantern. Your life is mine. So let's do that. Your life is mine.
Your life is mine.
Okay, we're putting it up here. Now let's go in. Let's put his hand on the lantern.
Your life is mine.
There's something to that. We'll bring it down a little bit. So we're going to peak this. We're going to bring that up. That'll be priority. Okay, here we go. I don't know if it's the music we want to duck, though.
Your life is mine.
I'm okay with that. I like taking those growls out. It makes it a little more cleaner. A little cleaner. And actually, I don't even mind building this back up. And I know we dip here, but we'll build the music up again.
Your life is mine.
Okay, so we want to build into that voice. Let's go back to the direction. We want to see if it might work if we plays it. I think your life is mine. Laughing. So let's get some laughing, and we'll peak it at the top.
I think he's...
I like that one. That one's kind of breathy.
I think he's...
Actually, we'll bring that down. Let's bring Michael in right now.
I think he's...
Your life is mine.
Oh, we had a bump there. Michael, hop in the stream, dude. I hope he's in here. Sweet. I just listened. I think that's working, right? Yes, I like it a lot. It adds character without taking away the cheesiness. Like, we jump into the game at this point. Yeah, I think it's not cheesy, so that's good. I can't speak from a Dota perspective, though. So that's on you. Okay. I'm going to export it so we can watch it with context.
Your life is mine.
There's something missing here. We want to drag this chain. Right there. We want to drag that chain. So let's because we're missing that, right? This hand in the back. The intention behind this is the Night Stalker, or not the Night Stalker, the Lifestealer. Let's get the fuck out. So it's more fear-based. Then again, that's what I think. I don't know if that's the same intention the director and the producer had on set, but that's how I take it. And that's not something we can really control as the sound designer. If I'm honest, that's kind of, we just have to make that work. Let's also pan that a little bit. We'll go, I want to go all the way to the right, because that pan might actually help cue up that look, meaning motivate that look. Yep, it does. I think, you know, the feeling, the intention behind the pan is to cue the look now. Now that you bring that up, Canyon Dude, that is my justification for it. So it's almost like he's looking at him now, right? Because we pan that, and we can actually try a little more, see if that adds anything. I like that. I like that. Okay, that's a great... It's great using the pan to justify that look. Yeah, that made sense. Like, he's quick about it, you know? I like that. And I know it's, like, so small and, like, it's not noticeable, but it's those little things that make the believability of this scene is so much better. Because any parts that take you out, boom, you lose. As a filmmaker, you lose. We want to keep the audience and everybody invested as much as possible, and so that adds to the believability. That's how I justify it, so... Yes, good on you, Canyon. That is a great freaking catch, dude. Yeah, let's get that chain in there. I went to... on the... Oh, so I already have it. It's just not prominent. And it looks like it's coming from the left. Is there a pan on that? Why are there pans on these? I didn't put pans on these. Ooh, now we have to add some weight to that chain. So see how we build character with the chains? These are heavy-ass chains. This guy's a tough dude. So it's just another reason to believe, oh, he's fucking strong, you know? And it's all subconscious thought that we're editing for, by the way. When it comes to sound designing, we have a little bit of leeway. And when I say leeway, I mean unregulated space to operate. Sometimes I'll throw some shit in there just to see if they pick up on it or if they acknowledge it. And I'll literally ask too. So it's not like I'm hiding it. I'll put some stuff in there that we didn't talk about that kind of just reveals itself. Kind of like this chain stuff. It just revealed it. We never talked about it. And if they don't like it, then we'll take it out. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll throw some stuff in there. Sometimes it's on purpose. You're like, oh, I wonder if they'll do this here. Let's just throw it in and see what they think. But that's what I mean by unregulated, meaning, oh, we didn't talk about it, we're unaware, there's no law saying, oh, put this in there from them. Sometimes I do that, and so I think this is one of those situations. We'll just see if they like it or not. Michael's also on stream, so if he wants to jump in and say, no, Joey, it is too heavy, he'll definitely do it. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm thinking about it, if that makes sense. True, I forgot he's on stream. Yes, Michael is chilling.
He's...
Your life is mine.
Cool. I like it. We're gonna move on. Let's duck the chain. So I like the chain, but we're gonna duck the beginning of it, and we're gonna bring it back just so we can hear the hand. And so this is just a leveling trick.
Your life is mine.
Cool. We're gonna lock that right there. Oh, we're gonna stretch a little. Yeah, we just want that. Now we just need the lantern sound. Like, we have everything but the lantern. What is hand on metal?
Your life is mine.
More texture. Yeah, I think that gives it way more character too. And it kind of motivates his movement. And then boom, right here is when we should decrease and we should shrink in because it's away from camera, right? Not bad, guys. I'm proud of us. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to review the direction I've got. Did Mike see it? We'll get Mike in right now. After I review the direction, make sure it's all in there. Michael says, it's perfect. That is what we want. Tap back with, boom. That is what we're looking for. We finally hit it. I think we're in a good spot now. Cool. Let's export that. Let's rename that properly. Let's send that. That means it's locked. Well, we'll make sure we talk about that with him. But that means we're closest to a lock we've ever been. Michael says, hi everyone. Michael, they all say hello back. Yeah, Mike, so we put in all your direction. We put in the flame pass. What are you looking for now, Mike, so we can wrap this up in sound? I know we're still waiting on music, so maybe it might be a situation where I take a break now and then move on to shut up and cut stuff, and then when you guys get me that stuff back, I'll throw it in. Yeah, I think we are so close now. I'd love to hear Brenton's thoughts. I think this would be his preferred lock. Cool. All right, so let's label this. Let's send it to him, and I'm going to get the director's attention by saying reply sound lock. Then we will go to Michael. We will say sound lock. And Michael, I want you to listen to this on your speakers too. The last two things for me is to listen and get an idea, or the second laughter at the end being swapped for another Lifestealer laughter option, and then trying out the rage sound effect to see if that's possible or just not working. As of right now, Michael, it doesn't really work at the beginning. It's kind of weird. We can put it at the end, but it's gonna get muddled in because that sound is already so well EQ'd and mixed, and it's usually meant to stand on its own. I just don't know if there's a place for it to stand on its own in this cut, but hopefully we can find something. Anyway. Did we miss sync? We shall check, because honestly, we haven't even looked at this line in a while.
I think he's...
It looks like it's synced up now. It may have been.
I think he's...
Oh, I like the choke. Balance his voice to the big guy yell. Okay, let's see. I do like that note a lot, actually.
I think he's...
Nice! I do like that. Good job, dude. Yeah, copy the sound, but paste it deeper. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know what? And that gives it way more character, because this is a defining moment with that character, so good on ya. And I don't mind going back and forth to find the right... I mean, that's what you do. You go back and forth. You gotta try things out, plug and chug. I love the layering, though. Whatever that note is. I love the way we end on that. It's like, I love that. That's so awesome. I'm going to call you Fetus. I'm going to call you Fetus. That is the most prominent name or in your four names. Fetus, I think you took this like to the next level. Even with that one comment, us exploring that, kind of adding the layer, the deep boost bassy feel. Because it was sounding a little flat. Good job, dude. We really appreciate your help. There we go. Oh my god, that's so much smoother.
Your life is mine.
That's pretty hard, dude. I like that. Maybe louder and reverb on the big guy yell. Right now I don't get fear. I get me the fuck out of here, right? Which isn't necessarily fear. It's just him wanting to physically move. I don't get the actual emotion, the cry, right? I don't get the cry. Let's try this one. This one's what you're talking about. I feel that. I feel that a lot, actually. Oh, like it gets cut off. Ooh. Thank God it's getting better already. Yes, his scream. Yeah, dude, Fetus came in here and fucking started running the place, dude. He's got some great ideas. And you know what? With that said, let's see. You know what? That does open up the sound. It opens up the meter for the sounds down there of the getting fucking whooped. We have something. Okay, let's see if we could do this. Really quick, we're going to open recent. We're going to go to ADR. We have some blood-curdling gurgles. More director. We're going to see if we can work those in. Here's our ADR group. Okay, let's see if we can get some chokes in there. And we'll just try our best to mix them under his voice. There we go. Not bad. I don't know. I like it there. It just doesn't do what we want it to do. It kind of just brought something else new into it. That's okay. I hear it. I'm actually okay with that. I know, it sounds like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Yes. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that's okay. I think it gets us there.
Your life is mine.
This is what we just got from the producer. You ready for this text message? Because that was... He didn't say fucking awesome, but he said that was awesome. So good job. Good on you, Fetus. We got an okay from the producer. Did it. Pulled through. Okay, so we got a that was awesome. We're pretty much good. Yeah, the laughter's fun. It's so fitting for his character. Yes, it is. The only thing I saw that needed work was a chained man's breathing in the beginning. Is that what you're talking about? Let's take a look. Let's take a look back at this test. The inhale, gasp for me. Okay, so we'll prioritize producer, inhale, gasp. Inhale, gasp. Oh, this one. Less of the drowning gurgle. It sounds like he's drowning and sounds like a Minecraft. Oof. Ugh. Like when you follow the ugh in Minecraft. Maybe half as much. I do miss a little of the kind of higher notes from the wheezing almost. Okay. I already like that a little bit. I do like the higher bits a little bit. Maybe half as much. I do miss a little of the kind of higher notes from the wheezing, almost like his lungs are fully working. You sound like they are not fully working. Like something like that. Yeah, so that's a really good descriptive. His lungs aren't working, the wheezing. Those are really good descriptive words. I like those. His lungs sound like he just came out of a river. Yeah, so like the drowning. Okay. Yeah, Fetus might be right. It may be too flat. Okay, so Mike is agreeing with you, Fetus. It sounds like we want to go back to high pitch. Okay, so we don't like the gargling. We want more wheezing, like asthma, like dust. Okay, we're starting to get on the same page now. Yeah, Fetus might be right. I'm not sure if we are specifically tuning into the fact that we know Brenton's voice. That's a good point. We do know that it sounds like Brenton, but nobody else knows who Brenton is. Let's try something. Let's take the low ends out. Is the goal to sound like he's drowning or wheezing, Michael? That's my question to you. We want a drowning mummy or a wheezing mummy? Wheezing. He's been asleep for 50 years. Okay, so we are going for wheezing. So we don't like the drowning. We don't like slowing it down. Wheezy, baby. Yes, wheezy, baby. Yeah, so we're going to move up. We're going to take the low ends out. I still hear the oof. Let's hear that. So is this your new oof? Yeah. Okay, so Michael, there's an element of older mummy kind of voice, not like wet swamp. Okay, so older mummy, high wheezing. We like the high ends. There wasn't a lot of in the ADR, and we'll redo it, so I could be kind of stepping ahead a little bit on my comment here. I didn't find a lot of the wheezing sound. I found gurgling and gargling from Brenton. He didn't send us ADR that was like, that had the higher pitch, higher notes, higher tone. So that's the only problem, Mike, is that we don't have a lot of that mummy-like sound, and you can only do so much with shifting frequencies because we really would need to change the source of the sound. But we're gonna do our best regardless. Bring those up a lot more. I think this is where it wants to be. Ooh, I like this. It's sounding way better. There is still a bit drowning, but I actually do like that first beat. Yeah, see how we open it up, or see how we get rid of the low sounds? I like that. For me, the difference is trying to make him sound like an older mummy rather than a younger one. I'm not sure if you'll be able to take that voice and make it into something like that, and you can ignore that link. Got it. So we want to make him sound old, but dusty. Let's go back to 80 now that we have what we have. I think we're here. I think we have reached a point of, it's not what we want, but we're more than halfway there. Does that make sense? I think we're around 50 to 60% of the way there. Anyway, let's go back to the front end. Yeah, you're killing it. The last 5% is so easy to mail in, but the pros really stand out from the AM. Yes, no, Matt, you're right. We could just mail it in, but that's kind of how I work. I get to a point to where it's mailable just for the sake of the job, but now we're getting into, the nitty-gritty, the nitpicking, that type of shit, which is very hard. It's very tough. That's okay. I think we can make this work right now. We've already gotten the perfect and awesome out of the producer. We're kind of making it best to us. With that said, I think we are going to move on. I think we hit this one out of the park. I think we did okay. I think our producers are happy, our directors are happy, and honestly, you guys are happy too. You guys are doing the same thing. You guys are directing me from the chat. So again, thank you all for your direction. Fetus came in like fourth quarter and had some really good like last second sprinkles and cherries and whipped cream. So good on you, dude. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for stopping by. Has the chat been helpful or hindering you? No, it's been very helpful. Fetus, the chat, great ideas are coming out of the chat. The only part that's hindering in any sense is just my ability to focus in here and then jump into chat and see what you guys got going on. But I figured out the workflow for me in terms of like my own workflow, and getting shit done. So instead of like trying to educate you guys, I was like, oh, we'll go through it and I'll teach you guys as I'm going. That part's hard. The best part is that if you guys help, what makes it work, the chat with the editing. So far, what I've realized is that, what do you guys think? It's almost like we're all on the roller coaster together. The only difference is I'm in the front seat. That's it. And so it's like, hey, what do you guys think of this one? And so we work that way, and hopefully people can learn that way too. So I think that's the only part that I had to figure out like in the first 4 or 5 days. But now that we've found a good workflow, a good communication between me and chat, I think that's super helpful. So tuning in now, Michael says, okay, here we go. I'm going to mute myself. We're all going to watch it together. I'm going to move myself out of screen. Here we go. This is, I think this is the one.
I think he's...
Your life is mine.
Bravo. Good job, everybody. We killed that one. This is where let's see one of the earliest cuts, right? Let's see where we've come from. Big difference from this stuff, you know? Big old difference. There's almost like, after hearing it now, I almost feel like we should do more. But I don't know. We probably, actually, I got a schedule to stay on top of. Brenton, final Zoom call. Okay, we are hopping on a Zoom call with the director right now. Just sent us the invite. I just got butterflies. We're going to jump into the meeting with the director. We're going to see what the director has to say. You guys are going to hear the conversation. Here we go. My heart's starting to beat. Okay, he said, join Zoom meeting. Let's join it. Michael's there. Okay, I just uploaded one to Dropbox. Just sent you an email, Brenton. Go ahead and watch that one before we start.
Perfect. Doing so.
Michael, what are your thoughts?
I like it. I think we're almost there. If not already there.
Yeah, I saw your rage comment too. We'll take a look at that later after all this.
Okay. Yeah, because it's easier to implement the stuff that for sure is
needs to
making
be,
it.
Yeah,
and then because then if we create a cross branch, then it'll be annoying.
But I think I'm like, and you know how hard I am on my shit. Like I'm actually okay with this. I think it's just definitely leanable. We could definitely lean on it. The only thing is Brenton's input. So that's the only thing that I haven't calculated for in my head.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that just popped in my head now is this is all the nitpicky stuff. Is Sean's cry when he runs.
What's up?
Can you shut the fuck up really quick so I can finish it?
Sorry, I'm muting.
I have viewed the export.
What'd you think? Are you driving?
What? No, I'm not driving. I'm couch surfing, dude. I'm on the couch.
All right, what do you think?
I really, really love it. I want 3 tiny changes.
Okay, 3 tiny changes. I was muted, sorry. 3 tiny changes, go ahead.
I thought you
quit.
left the chat. Yeah.
Like, I'm done with your shit, Brenton. Okay, so 3 tiny changes.
3 tiny changes.
Time code and then what they are.
You got it. Here we go. The change from him yelling Echo to him monster yelling Echo, when it was just the tail end. Personally, I think when it's longer, like the half of what it is, the half that it is now, it like smears that moment, and I think it added something so significant, and like it made a moment out of them turning their heads and darting their heads, because it turned it from just a normal scream to like something odd. It's something to be investigated, you know? And when it takes place over the course of like whatever the half second or second that it is.
Got it. You don't. Okay, so you don't want that to be an investigated type.
No.
Oh, did you say 127 or 27?
No, 27.
He's talking about
It's
27
the thing,
seconds.
Michael, that you said we should make that longer.
And blend it in more. That was the direction I got.
I liked it better the original way, where it was like that end change, like really, really fast, that got your ears perked up.
At the last second.
Yeah.
That's what because when it
Rather than the change over the yell.
Got it. You like the last second because it's
For
more
me,
prominent. Yeah. It motivates this cut way more.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go Sean's. Yep. Michael, how do you feel about it?
I don't have like a issue with it creatively. It just sounds like a mistake, like a mixing mistake. I don't have an issue with it from a direction standpoint. So if you don't have an issue with it, Brenton, then, and if you're not seeing an issue with it either, Joey, then it might just be my specific ears to that sound. So,
okay, so we'll shorten the grunt.
With it.
We'll shorten the grunt and we'll make it sound more like, oh, what the fuck with the grunt. And when I say that, I mean specifically we're gonna take. So if this is man, this is monster. That's blended in. We're gonna go man, and then monster at the very end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Sean's yell, shorten the grunt at 26 seconds.
The only one concern that I have with it, from creative standpoint, was they sound so different that I was thinking that was the voice of Nyax. That one was Kobe and then the other one was Nyax, because it almost doesn't sound like it's a continuation of the sound. But if I'm the only one feeling that way, then I'm kind of down to just experiment and just put that back in there and see what that sounds like again.
Okay, so we'll put it back in there. And we'll
yeah.
So that's number one. That was the one change from Brenton. Brenton, change number two. Time code. Time code, and then what it is.
38 seconds.
Okay.
37 seconds, right around there. There are 2 clicks. I assume this is like a Bunsen burner or something before the flames start. That I am not able to discern what those clicks are, and they just stand out as
clicks. That's it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so there's no narrative
I just
value to the
remove
clicks.
them. I just take them out.
Okay, get rid of the clicks at 36, 37 seconds. Okay.
If there is something else you could put there, like maybe you just put
the
more
fire
sound
igniting
over that or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Number 3, Brenton.
Number 3 is kind of just on me. I need to get you the audio of the other one.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to do right after we hop off this. So.
Got it. So get audio, Brenton.
Basically it. I also need I guess there's 4 things, but one of them's an MFX thing. I need to get
the final score to me.
Not only that, I think I need to change a cue that wasn't changed before, but with the added laugh here, specifically at like 1:17, the music starts when the laugh is going, and I think maybe it's a mixing issue. Tell me if it's a mixing issue, but the sounds like kind of bump into each other. And then it doesn't feel like we just roll into the other thing.
And you want that feeling, though. You want to feel like we roll into the next
Yeah, and it's like we either move the laughter earlier, which I think we may need to, but there isn't like a gap in between where the laughter is and the music, and it feels like we messed up and slipped something over an extra half second.
Let me listen to it real quick, and I'm going to ask you to repeat that, too.
I think he's...
Okay, I see what you're saying. It feels like staccato in terms of flow and rhythm. It feels like you could see the lines, and you want it to flow a little bit better. I thought the staccato feeling was actually okay, and my reasoning is because it's a brand new idea, concept of this monster fucking killing him. Like, very abrupt. It almost sounds abrupt, the transition, and I was actually okay with that because he now realizes that he's fucked. And that realization is super sudden, it's super quick, it's super, okay, that's new priority, get the fuck out of here. That's how I justify it. In terms of the emotional journey, if that's what you're talking about overall, it's just all of a sudden there's a disruption in rhythm and pattern, I get that, but I guess that's my way of justifying it. I hope that made sense. I tried to talk that one through. And so I guess my question is, does that matter? Are you even like, Joey, that doesn't even fucking matter?
I like the sentiment. I think we're doing it too late in the process, in the runtime of the short itself, where it's...
Oh, now it's a technical thing. Yeah, because we do go over 113. So meaning you're gonna have to squeeze the title, squeeze the credits and shit. So we could literally move it forward for technical reasons.
My issue is not that there's nothing wrong with the total runtime. There's no issue with the total runtime. My specific issue is at 118, the music cue starts where it's like this drum hit, dun 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 dun, and it takes place right when Lifestealer is finishing his laugh, so you don't really hear it. And then my brain tells me music just kind of started, but there was no reason it started, and I kind of missed the laughter, but then there's other sounds and they're hitting each other and it feels disjointed in the wrong way. I think we need to move the music later to 120 when that shot starts of Sean running for the gate.
Start the music there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a question for you though. I think I just need to get back to Dorian really fast and let him know.
Start music at 120. So what about what I can control in terms of like the voiceover and the laugh, stuff like that?
Does the laugh end before we cut to the shot at 120?
Yes, it does. So
it fully ends?
Yeah, it's fully done. We just get out of the reverberation.
I like this better than any kind of rage sound. It is kind of odd to not have any mouth movement, but have like perfect English being spoken and enunciated.
Your life is
Michael?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know. I'll have to do it without it to
I think
get
it's
that
okay.
feeling again.
I think it's okay because you're referring to the game. It's a fucking game, you know, and it's for the fans. You know what I mean? And so I reign on the side that it's okay that his mouth isn't moving. Nor can you really do anything about it other than pull the voice out. But honestly, I think the voice adds more texture, character, narrative to the scene than seeing his mouth move with it, if that makes sense.
We want to win. For the competition.
Hey, if you got a fan service to win, you can fan service to win. But I actually think it adds more character, because that's the one thing. We get like this grungy monster type, conjuring type monster, and that's not really what it is, even though we're trying to make it real. We're trying to base this in realism. But I think the voice brings it back to that happy medium.
Yes, and not that you guys prefer this, but the other alternative is you get rid of the line and then you put the rage sound effect, but we still don't know what it sounds like in there anyway.
Michael, no.
No, we'll see. We gotta listen to it. See what
I love the voice. Personally, I think we keep it.
No. We have to listen to it.
Yeah.
We have to.
All right, here, let's put a pin in this one, because I think we're leaning towards it. But Michael, you still have to kind of
need to see what the rage.
So I'll export a version of the rage for you guys. That way you can just feel it all the way through with the current cut we're looking at. But in terms of time, because I know we gotta speed it up. I know VFX are super important. You guys got to get on those. What is number?
I will walk away from this film, Michael, if you put that in there.
It's so hard to make that call, but
Can I make it for you then?
No, I'm not joking when I say like it is a huge deal, and it's like I'm able to like see it as objective, I think, as possible from the Dota side of things. Like if you were to ask someone who actually likes Lifestealer, they'd be like, no, absolutely not. You must include it. Like it's not even a question. But because I don't like Lifestealer, I'm actually the more open-minded side of the Dota fan, because I'm like, his voice is kind of annoying. It's ironic that I decided, I was like, oh, let's do a story about Lifestealer, but I actually don't like.
If you don't, hopefully no one's listening right now that's a Dota fan. They're like, these hacks. If you read the Game of Thrones books and said, I hate that they didn't include the noseless Peter Dinklage, because in the books he's supposed to be noseless and he's supposed to be partially blind, you'd be laughed at, because you saw Peter Dinklage without the grotesque nature of his face, and it's perfect.
I see what you're saying, but people care more about the TV show than they do about the books, though. And no matter how good of a job that we do, people will care more about the game than they will about our thing.
That's a good point. I'll tell you what.
Unless there was like a movie that was made or something like that of that same caliber, or like a TV show that was like, I've kicked the previous representation of this character off the pedestal, because I do think that happens. Like for example, like Venom, that happened. Like now people like the quirky, funny Venom, and they don't like the nitty gritty Sam Raimi creepy one as much. That might be more of an execution kind of thing as an example, but I'm not advocating because just I want to throw it in willy nilly. Like I'm so reluctant because I'm on the same page with you guys, but there's the part of me that's like, no, I do know what they want.
The chat says, specifically, Unwanted Fetus Rebirth, he says that the Stealer voice, the voice of Lifestealer is fine. And I'm not saying that over trumps everything we're talking about. Someone who has nothing to do with the project, literally this guy just jumped in like an hour ago. He said he enjoyed the voice. I don't know if that has any, like I said, it doesn't overpower your guys' decision, but from an outside view and an outside opinion, that's kind of what we're pulling in. And it looks like some people are agreeing with him. So, I mean, as far as the voice, and I don't know if he watches anime. I don't know if he's like a huge Dota fan. Actually, Fetus, are you a Dota fan?
The concern of it is less from the Dota perspective and more like this would affect any person. Because what Brenton is saying is that, like, it's strange that we don't see his mouth moving and he's speaking these lines. The Dota element on top of that is that people are already used to seeing that because his mouth hangs open all the time. And it is kind of awkward. Like, he never closes his mouth and, like, presses his teeth together to speak. It's always just
tell you what, open. Throughout the entire time I've been editing, and honestly, this video's been passed by, like, maybe 10 to 15 people. Not a single one has brought up, why is he talking but
why
not
is his
moving?
Mouth hanging
I think
open?
you accept it all, because, I mean, you accept what kind of story it is with the magic. With the magic, boom, you accept all this fantasy bullshit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so his mouth not moving isn't as hard
like
to believe as
of the things to try to
because they're not basing the story in reality. They understand, boom, this is fantasy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Follow with that. It's fun. It's a fun little piece of character. I wish it just goes back to, again, like, I don't love Lifestealer's voice, so it's me having to drag my feet to be like, okay, we'll add the voice. Like, I sound enthusiastic when I ask for it. For example, with Night Stalker, I'm fully tuned in. I know exactly what everything needs to happen exactly for that, because this isn't my favorite character in the world, but he is for a lot of people, and he is incredibly popular. It's just not for me. So
it is tough.
I do think that people do like the voice. So yeah, I don't know.
You want to give the fans what they want, Michael?
Yes, and it's the fans that are voting. Because not all the fans of Dota are necessarily agree and stuff, but I would say that overwhelming majority of people do like Lifestealer. I'm probably one of the few people that's like find him very ironic that I was like, yes, let's do this character.
I'll tell you what, Michael, if you had to make a decision right now, boom, you have to submit right now.
Voice?
I know that's not the set. What would you pick?
Oh yeah, no. If the bullet to my head right now, if you were about to kill me and I had to pick one, then yeah, I would say that keep it voice on.
All right.
Check this out. Watch this. Michael, find a coin. Flip a coin, Michael.
You don't even need to. I'm gonna flip this bottle cap. All right. Do we keep the voice or do you not keep the voice? That one's it doesn't even need it. Like, that one I'm feeling like it has. The only one that I'm iffy about still is the rage. That's the one that I just need to hear it, can be convinced once I see.
I thought we were talking the voice. It's either the voice or the rage sound, right?
Yes, that was the conversation. We either do the voice where it is or the rage at the end.
Rage. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Oh, which is more iconic?
No. We're not asking which is more iconic.
What's best for this?
Which one
project?
is better?
Both me and Joey, from outsider's perspective, agree that we'd rather have the voice in there than the rage sound. You, being the resident Dota 2 expert, say you're really wanting the rage sound in there because it's important.
Fan service.
And I'm against it. I don't know. I can't speak for Joey. If you flip a coin now, what are you saying goes in that slot?
Oh, like if we can only have one?
We can only have, it's not an if, we can only have one. One of those is going in and one of those is not going in.
Oh, okay. It's too much if both of those are there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, again, if you had to put me against the wall and make a choice, that's how strongly I feel at the rage sound, unfortunately. But again, if we play it and if we try it and we're like, wow, that's just not working, then we have at least that, like, fallback, to be like, when there is all the comments of people asking, I'm not going to reply or be defensive about to those people, but I can at least rest easy in my mind of like, we tried it. Yeah. It's just not working though.
Yeah, they're the fans. Dude, we fucked up. You're right. We fucked up, dude. That's all you can say.
Yeah. See, no, I mean, I would never respond to anybody about it. At least for me, I feel like I have to do my due diligence of it, to at least just see what it's like in there.
Okay, so I'll tell you what.
I know that you absolutely despise it, Joey, but try at least your hardest to see if you can make it work, because I think it needs a true, honest, like,
attempt.
Is this gonna fit in there? And then if it truly is just so shit, just so bad, then we just go with the line.
Yeah,
I think that
I don't despise the sound. It's just where I'm coming from is from a technical standpoint. It's just hard to make that work. That's all. I don't hate the sound. And honestly, if it did fit and it was better than the voice, I would go with that because of the power. But if you put these side by side, everybody knows the rage sound more than they do the voice. That's what I'm hearing. Am I on the right track?
Yeah, it does more for people, the rage sound.
Yeah, and so if we could make the rage sound work, I'm for the rage sound. I'm in for whatever makes this project the best that it could possibly be, and simultaneously get the best results. That's what I'm for. And so if the rage sound is what does it, I'm for that. But
yeah, like
the rage sound is technically harder. Sorry,
in
go
my
ahead.
head to be like, I will literally be doing like crunching the numbers in my head where I'm like, oh, sorry, if having the rage sound is 15% better than having the other version, then, you know, like I'll be figuring out what that is. Like, is how much that's doing for people, is that enough to justify choosing our unideal, you know, selection? So, but I just need to listen to it, you know, because I think that will seal the deal. I think it'll be like, oh, very clearly this is not working at all.
Okay, so let's talk about practical application. Now, where would you want to hear that? Do you have an idea?
Right at that final lunge, like the
final lunge.
Yes, and it bleeds right into the credits.
Okay, so let's do it right now. While you guys are talking, I'm just going to throw that in there. Put a pin in the rage sound. I'm going to put it in right now. I'm going to export it. I'm going to send it to you. We're going to get a final answer right now. Okay, 9/1/22, September 1st, 2022, 9 o'clock. Sean's yell. We want to shorten the grunt at 26 seconds. It's too short. Or no, it's too long. We want to shorten it. And just so you could make it not as blended together, it's when we get the realization of get the spears. It's right before that. When we transition from human to monster.
Oh, it's not Sean, it's Kobe. Kobe's the guy that's screaming.
Yes, but Sean's doing the reaction, right? The get the spears.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and so Kobe's voice is transitioning from monster to human. We want to put that, it's like this right now. We want to put that monster more towards the tail end.
Yeah.
So it's more of a, oh, what the fuck was that? And it's going to motivate that cut.
Perfect.
At 36 seconds, we're going to get rid of Bunsen burner clicks altogether. It's the starting of the fire at 36. We don't like it.
Probably put in some other fire over it or something.
Actually, 36 seconds wasn't right. You're talking about 41 seconds. I'm sorry. So I wrote that down wrong. Yes, we're getting rid of those. Perfect. 3, get audio from Brenton. Number 4, you got to get the score to me or so we can mix and level. Also, you have to get this piece to him so he can kind of see how the music is playing within the scene. And then 5/117, laugh and the music cue mixed together at 117. These are the last notes that I'm going to implement. I'm going to get done in the next couple hours, and then I'm sending off a final review to you guys by, let's say, 11 or 12. This is it.
Love it.
Yeah, this will be the final reference point. I mean, guys, okay, this is what it sounds like. Now work to that kind of a deal. So basically, my job is going to be done after tonight. Okay. Well, I guess until I get the music. When do I get the music?
He's supposed to be doing it before he goes to bed.
Okay,
which is
so tomorrow
when the
I'll
sun
get the music
rises
tomorrow
in France,
okay.
Which is within like an hour.
That's fine.
He's working on it.
All right, so I'll get the music tomorrow, and then that'll be the final level, right? So this is the final creative conversation we're going to have.
And then it's all mixed from that moment on.
Got it. So no more creativeness. We're not adding, subtracting anything. Only what's on this, on the notes.
There's creativeness within mixing. No more additions.
Okay, additions. My bad. It's a poor word choice. Okay, cool. Sounds good, guys. I think we're good. These things are going to get done. This is all priority. Michael, any last words before we sound lock?
No, I think that's it. Once that's all there, but I still need to hear the rage sound.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I exported that for you. Let me send it.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yes, I totally. I just didn't even send it to you. My bad.
We got caught up on my voice getting cut out of the film. My cameo.
I kind of miss it now. I didn't think it was perfect, and I think that this one is better, but I'm still left with the feeling of like, oh,
we gotta feel it. I know, I get you. We'll feel
gone.
it. We're gonna
killing
taste
your babies. It. Yeah,
you know, it's part of the. But I mean, that's the Dota fan in you, you know. So it is valid because.
Oh
that's
no, not the rage sound. I'm not fucking giving up on that yet.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the rage sound.
No, I was talking about Brent's voice. No, because that's not my baby. I don't want it.
Oh, so do you want to hear the rage sound or no?
I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sending it to you now. I'm uploading it. I'm sorry, I was confused.
No, I was talking about Brenton's voice.
Oh, Brenton's voice.
Is my initial still in there?
Oh, did you want that still in there? Let me see. Yes, that one is.
I mean, I was just that is a question. That is not me trying to goat you into putting it back in. I just want to know. Did you take it out?
No, it's still in there. The part that I took out was the.
I'm still in there. Then I make my cameo. Haha.
Yes, you are still in there. That was rough. We're gonna make a sequence with and without the rage sound effect now, but we're gonna make it out of the same sequence. So all of our edits are done. We'll actually do a quick review. I think we're gonna get rid of this right here, just to throw in that rage sound that the producer was talking about. Yeah, that. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it altogether for the rage when we put the rage sound in. So I think we're just gonna do this.
I think he's...
Your life is mine.
I think he's...
Your life is mine.
I sent you guys the new cut. Did you watch it? The one with
That's a new one?
without rage.
Oh, I want to watch the one without rage.
Yep, this has all of the new changes we talked about 2 hours ago.
Okay, I picked up on them. I liked. Oh, sorry.
I like this.
I'm back. I watched it.
What do we think?
I mean, I know which one I like better.
Michael?
Yeah, I think it's good.
So we're just to the point to where it's the rage sound or not. That's it.
Or
and then,
not. Okay.
And then whatever Brenton's giving me right now. Right now we're going to put the voice in. Do you want me to put the I think he's gone in both of them? The rage and the non-rage sequence?
Yes, please.
I think he's...
Dude, he gets fucking obliterated.
He's gone.
Got it, because that's what you were talking about, meaning you had to split it and time it up and stuff.
He's gone.
That's so much better.
Because he don't lead up to it. He's just like, good, we're moving on. Oh, God.
I think he's gone.
That makes it so much funnier. Oh, I love that.
I'm glad you like it.
So much. Dude, it's the little things like that that just make it so much better.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, how did you make it match the mouse?
Everything up until the gone, pretty good to match up and line up.
Yes, that's what I got to.
And then in the actual, like,
Gone. I think he's
line
gone.
itself, I believe that the gone comes too soon, and in the dialogue or in the visual, his lips are, like, enunciating longer. So I think we may need to grab, use the gone, then
I think he's gone.
time shift it to widen it.
So
like
we're going to lower his
95.
voice a little bit. Want me to build this with room tone.
I think he's gone.
Oh, it did not work. Maybe we need to move the sound slightly.
I think he's gone.
It's so much better. It's so much better.
Oh my god! He's gone.
I think he's gone.
We may just leave it like I can't see the it doesn't line up because it didn't line up when I was watching
I
it.
think he's gone.
Oh.
Look at his face after that. Alright.
I think he's gone.
Dude, this is so much better. This is like
so funny.
Dad, I'm safe. I'm safe. And he's fucking not. Look at his face, dude. His reactions because of that line become so much better.
He's gone.
Okay. I love this so much. I think we'll just keep
I
it.
think he's gone.
Yeah, just keep it the way it is. Like
I'm gonna export it for you right now, okay?
Yeah, I just want to watch it.
I just exported a version with a new line. We're gonna Dropbox it to Brenton right now because it's fucking hilarious.
I think he's gone.
Your life is mine.
I like that line way better. That line has to go in.
I know.
I think it's audible over visual in this case. Is there a way to change the edit or no?
I mean, if we're taking an extra day, I just know Alex is gonna be pissed when we say, "Hey, that we're switching up that line," or we're switching up the shot. The line's not the issue. The shot is now the issue.
Yeah, because we like it. But let's.
I'm going back into the Premiere file.
Let's go 98. Maybe go a little deeper.
I think he's gone.
Let's go 97. Let's just keep slowing it down till it works.
I was just talking to Andrew. I asked him if he noticed anything.
And?
Tell him.
Is there ADR or something like that? Did Joey redo some of the lines?
Yeah, there's a line that does not line up with his lips at all, but it just is a much better line reading.
Whose line?
Okay, that answers our question.
I'm so happy
I'll
you
play it
are
again.
confused, Andrew.
You know what, Joey? We're just going to leave it in there, see if anyone else ever notices it.
And just keep our mouth shut.
I think he's gone. I think he's.
We think character is more important than the competence, if that makes sense. So we're purposely leaving it unsynced because we like the character. We like the emotion of the character better. It comes down to do we choose story or do we choose technical ability? You know what I mean? And so I think in this case we choose story. And I'm more on the side of story than I am. Oh, it fits. The puzzle piece fits, you know?
I enjoyed it. Feel a little bit of the Steve, though, again. Steve from Minecraft.
Okay, and then what else?
It doesn't feel perfectly in sync with his delivery. I think it's a way better line, though.
You caught it. Okay, yeah. So the Steve thing, we didn't even touch. We didn't do anything. We didn't change anything other than that line. So you picked up on the line. That's what's important. And we also agreed that it's 10 times better.
Literally night and day. It's so much better. It goes from, like, people being, like, partially confused maybe of, like, oh, I'm not sure, like, is this supposed to be intentionally funny? But, like, we bait them into it. I believe him when he now says, I think he's gone.
Yeah, instead of like, because it's like you break the fourth wall and with that, like subtly, or maybe not subtly. Yeah. It's like you just kind of, the character's like, okay, audience, here it comes.
But it is obvious, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, we fight. It's like we get the gold, but we get punched in the face.
Yes, and this is what I was worried about. I was like, I know we have it, because I was on set. I heard him say it. Said it one of these ways really well. To try to get that to match exactly, I think is going to be difficult. And I don't know.
The only solution is the edit.
Oh, there's no way. You can't redo the blood. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's either, for the story, for the glory of the story.
Did you tell him what Andrew thought?
No, Andrew, so Brenton's roommate Andrew, didn't notice it.
Oh, well, I mean, how did you play it, though? Like, did you
full
play
screen?
I played it on my TV.
Oh, the TV. Oh, well, that's far away, though.
It's pretty big TV.
It is a big TV, but it is far away, though.
So you see the problem with audio. There's not much we can do.
I think yeah, fuck, Alex will kill us if we have to redo that. It's the trade-off.
What's more important in this scenario, visual or audible?
Audible.
I'm behind it. Oh dear God, yet another part.
I'm just trying to move the train. That's all.
And I had to flip a coin, and that kind of gut reaction feeling, I would go with the audible. I'd make it the better delivery. But I did not take into consideration though the fact that it is gonna be like a good chunk of people are not gonna speak English there, and probably won't be able to tell that the line is living.
Then boom, I think we just answered our question.
We got our answer, baby.
We got that.
And people aren't going to be watching it full screen, and they're going to be watching it about the size of your phone screen right now, and when they're voting. Damn it! Oh my God!
Boom! We just logically justified. We've logically justified it. That means you can't go back now.
Well, it's not like we're nuking the other version or something like that. I'm gonna sleep and rest on it, but I feel pretty. Maybe I have to go back.
No, don't go back. You move forward. You can stand still, but you can't. And you can move forward. You can stand still, but you cannot go back. For next time, we just have to make sure that's what we want in picture lock. That's it. We just need to make sure we have a clean lock before doing the effects. So just a workflow lesson for everybody. Once we lock it, we lock it. That's it. Otherwise, we end up with shit like this where we kind of make a mistake and we miss out on a huge opportunity for, some emotional awesomeness.
Yeah.
And so that's just the lesson. I think we just take it on the chin. Ouch, Mike Tyson, that was a big punch. But you know what? We've logically justified that half these people are Japanese or and so they don't even understand it in the first place. But everybody understands, oh my God, he's so happy or he's so fine, we understand that part because of tone, because of sound, because of noise, because of human nature. I think that's the justification for leaving it in. Dang. I'm selling this shit as hard as I can, Michael. Come on.
I'll flip the coin on this one.
You already know in your heart of hearts you want it. You don't even need to flip
I think he's gone.
He just seems so sincere. Seems so sincere, dude.
It's so good. It does take me out a hair, but the payoff that I get from it exceed the taking out that I get.
I'd like, Joey,
yeah?
Can you put both in there, prepare them both, mix them both, and then it's like which track is going to get muted here? Because once like the music's in and everything, the correct music, because it does have a little change, and like the color and everything.
That might help.
Yeah, I like it. It could seriously benefit. All right, heads. I think he's gone.
What?
Tails. I think he's gone.
Okay.
Tails is the dookie one.
I think
Heads is the good one. Okay, tail on the dookie and head on the good one.
All right.
I almost don't want to flip the coin.
That's how I felt when you asked me that before. Because I was like, fuck, I don't want to. I can't, I want both. I want it to look good, and I want it to also be the right one. It's like letting go. It feels like something you're holding on to.
I feel like what I really want. I felt it.
Yeah.
You feel like...
What'd you get? What you saying in your...
My feeling was heads. I really wanted heads.
Heads it is.
It's like seeing a loved one dangle off an edge. You know you have to let them go because or else you're going to fall with them. But
that's so dumb.
By God, you're going to hold on and you're going to fall with them.
I think he's gone.
I felt it. I as soon as you stood up, I was like, oh, I hope it's heads. I literally said it to myself.
Heads.
God damn.
It's so much better.
So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to queue up both of them, or are we sticking with heads?
I think queue them up both.
Queue up.
Yes, because I don't. Maybe this will affect it, but I see what Brenton's saying though. Like I could see it. Like we got it all laid out, and we're like, wow, we actually made something incredibly polished. Fuck it, god damn it, we have to just make it technically superior. But we might also see it in its entirety and be like, who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? Just toss it in there anyway.
I think he's gone. I'm okay.
Your life is mine.
You know, I think I'll just have the excuse. I'll just be like, Joey fucked up. I don't know. He slipped the crack or something like
Blame
that.
me.
I don't know.
Blame me. I'll take the blame for fucking a gold piece of art. Absolutely. It's good. Hey, but you know what? I'll take the blame and we'll win. Fuck it.
Oh god.
That, we just have to make a decision on picture on project done, lock, rage or no rage, or tail or head. All right, so you guys are just gonna keep me. I'm cool with whatever. I prefer heads, so that just count that in as my vote. If you're like, oh, you need an icebreaker, mine's heads. And then rage, I could give a shit. Whatever you guys want. Because I just don't have the ability to have the Dota gaze like you do. So yeah, just let me know your decision, and then I'll execute. On my end, you'll ask for a what is it called? Project manager consolidation. Okay, so I'm just gonna review everything we talked about. So day one we talked about. No, I'm kidding. Decision. So
heads or tails.
Yep, that's what I have. Rage or no
rage. Rage or no rage.
Final lightning effects.
Yes, final lightning.
And
maybe
then,
final title, but that's probably no. But if you want to tack it on there, maybe final title.
Okay, and then final music. I need a final export from our composer.
Final music, and then after that would be a final mix or level or whatever you want to categorize that. If you're not already in a good spot there. And then it's mix down, the most chunky file format that you can, where every crisp ass pop and sounds like 5D. And then would be a consolidation of the project file.
All written down. I will send you the notes. All right, boys. Good work.
Yup. I still gotta keep grinding though.
Yeah, you do, because you fucked up.
I know. It's just I got my hands spread out everywhere.
That's all right. That's what producers do.
Yes. No, they don't do the VFX themselves, though.
No,
Not normally.
You're special, Michael. You're special, baby.